Hello, my dear child. You may not have expected this, but I've been calling you for a long time. Maybe you've heard me before, in the quiet moments when the noise of life fades away, in the deep longing inside you that whispers, there's more to this life than what you see. I know you, I have always known you, the deepest parts of you, the thoughts you never say out loud, the questions you're afraid to ask. I see them all, and I've been waiting for you to hear me clearly. I see you. I see you rushing through your days, trying to keep up, trying to hold everything together. I see the way you smile when you're supposed to, the way you laugh even when you don't feel like it. I see the weight you carry, the one no one else notices. You've been strong for so long, haven't you? Carrying burdens you don't talk about, trying to be enough, to do enough, to prove yourself. But to who? To them? To yourself? To me? You don't have to do that. You never had to. I see the way you look at yourself sometimes, like you're not quite measuring up, like you're falling behind, like you're not who you're supposed to be. But do you know what I see? I see someone I made with intention, someone I shaped with care, someone I love, not because of what they do, but because of who they are. I know you don't always feel that. I know you question if I'm really here, if I really care, if I'm even listening. I am. I've seen you on the nights you couldn't sleep, staring at the ceiling, your mind racing with thoughts you can't silence. I've been with you in the moments when you felt invisible, when it seemed like no one truly saw you. I was there in your victories, and I was there in your defeats. I never turned away, not once. I know you're tired. I know you're carrying things too heavy for you. Worries about tomorrow, about what could go wrong, about whether things will ever change. The fear that maybe you'll never be enough, never be truly loved, never be at peace. Let me carry it. You were never meant to hold it all by yourself. I never asked you to. You've been trying to figure everything out, trying to control every outcome, trying to make sure nothing falls apart. But don't you see? You were never supposed to do this alone. I am here. I've always been here. Through every high and every low, through every mistake, every moment of doubt, every time you thought you had drifted too far away from me. You haven't. Nothing can take you away from my love. Nothing you've done, nothing you've thought, nothing you've feared. My love for you isn't fragile. It doesn't waver when you make mistakes. It doesn't lessen when you struggle. It is constant. It is unshakable. It is yours. You are mine, and I will never let you go. I know there have been moments when you've wondered if I was even there. Nights when your prayers felt like they disappeared into the silence. When you whispered my name, hoping, just hoping, that I would answer. And when you didn't hear what you expected, when the pain didn't stop, when the answers didn't come right away, you started to wonder if I had forgotten you, if I had turned away, if I had stopped listening. I never did. I have never ignored a single tear, a single sigh, a single desperate prayer that came from your lips. Even when you thought I was silent, I was moving. Even when you couldn't see me, I was there. I was there when you were a child, full of wonder, believing anything was possible. I was there when you took your first steps, not just in life, but in faith. And I was there when you started to doubt, when life became heavier, when disappointments left scars you still feel today. I have never left your side, not in your failures, not in your darkest moments, not when you thought you had strayed too far. I don't abandon my children. I don't give up on them. I don't stop loving them when they struggle, and I never will. I know there are dreams inside you, dreams you're afraid to speak out loud, the ones you keep buried because you're not sure they could ever come true, the ones you've given up on because the world told you they were impossible. But who do you think placed those dreams inside of you? Who do you think gave you that passion, that longing, that vision for something greater? You didn't create those desires out of nowhere. I planted them in you before you even took your first breath. And I don't give dreams without also giving the path to fulfill them. You think it's too late, that you missed your chance, that maybe you weren't meant for something greater after all. You're wrong. I don't work on human timelines. I don't operate by the limits you see. What you think is a delay is often preparation. What you think is a closed door is often protection. I know what I'm doing. Your story isn't over, not even close. I know you look back sometimes and wonder if you made the wrong choices, if you took the wrong path, if you messed up too much to ever get back on track. I see the regrets that creep into your mind when everything is quiet. The what-ifs that whisper to you when you're alone. What if you had made a different choice? What if you had been stronger? What if you had been better? But my child, don't you see, I don't just work through the perfect paths. I work through the broken ones too. I take mistakes and turn them into lessons. I take detours and turn them into destiny. I take what was meant for harm and use it for good. You think you've fallen too far, that you've wandered too long, that you've made too many mistakes? You haven't. I can redeem anything. I can restore anything. I can take the shattered pieces and build something more beautiful than you ever imagined. You don't have to fix everything before you come to me. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to trust me. I'm not done with you yet. You don't have to have it all figured out. I know that's what the world tells you, that you need a plan for everything, that you need to be in control, that you need to have all the answers. But my child, that's never how I designed you to live. You were never meant to carry the weight of tomorrow on your shoulders. You try so hard to predict what's coming next, to prepare for every possible outcome, to make sure everything goes according to plan. But what happens when the plan falls apart? When life takes a turn you didn't see coming? I see the way you panic when things don't go as expected, the way your mind races with worry, playing out every worst-case scenario, the way fear grips your heart when you feel like you're losing control. But here's the truth. You were never in control to begin with, and that's not a bad thing. Because the one who holds the universe in his hands, the one who spoke the stars into existence, who tells the ocean where to stop, who causes the sun to rise each morning, I am the one who holds your future. And I am not afraid. I don't make mistakes. I don't get surprised. I don't have moments of uncertainty. I know exactly where I'm leading you, and I know exactly what you need, even when you don't. I know you worry about whether you're on the right path, whether you're making the right choices, whether you're wasting time, falling behind, missing out. But listen to me, my child. You are exactly where you need to be. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Not your successes, not your failures, not your waiting, not your wondering. Every step you've taken, even the ones that felt like detours, have been leading you to where you need to go. I don't make accidents, and I don't abandon what I start. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to see the whole picture. You just have to trust that I do. I know the plans I have for you, plans for good, plans to give you hope, plans to give you a future that is greater than what you can see right now, a future that is not dependent on your perfection, but on my promise. So breathe. Let go of the need to control everything. Let go of the fear that you're falling behind. Let go of the pressure to have it all figured out. I am guiding you, I am leading you, I am working all things together for your good, and I will never fail you. You don't have to prove yourself to me. I know you feel like you do. I know you've spent so much of your life trying to be good enough, trying to meet expectations, trying to be the person you think you're supposed to be. But who told you that you had to earn my love? Who made you believe that my affection for you is based on your performance? I don't love you because of what you do. I don't love you because of how strong you are, how perfect you try to be, how much you accomplish. I don't love you because of the masks you wear, the roles you play, the ways you try to impress the world. I love you simply because you are mine. From the very beginning, before you even took your first breath, I loved you. Before you spoke a single word, before you achieved a single thing, before you made a single mistake, I loved you. And I have never stopped. Not on your best days when everything is going right and you feel confident and strong, and not on your worst days when you feel unworthy, when you fall short, when you wonder if you will ever be enough. You are enough. Not because of what you do, but because of who you are. You are my child, my creation, my masterpiece, and I do not make mistakes. I see the way you compare yourself to others. The way you look at them and think they have something you don't. The way you believe that if you were just a little better, a little smarter, a little stronger, then maybe you'd be worthy. But you don't have to change a single thing for me to love you. I love you now, as you are, not when you fix yourself, not when you finally get everything together, not when you reach some impossible standard. Now, with all your flaws, with all your fears, with all the things you try to hide, there is nothing you could do to make me love you more, and there is nothing you could do to make me love you less. My love is constant. My love is unshakable. My love is forever. And I want you to believe that, not just hear it, not just think it might be true, but truly know it deep in your soul. Because when you do, everything changes. When you know you are loved, truly, fully, unconditionally loved, you stop striving. You stop chasing the approval of others. You stop exhausting yourself trying to be something you're not. You are already loved. You are already chosen, and you are already enough. So rest in that. Let it sink in. Let it change the way you see yourself. Let it change the way you walk through life. You don't have to prove yourself to me. You never did. I know you might be tempted to walk away now, to go back to the noise, back to the routine, back to the distractions that keep your mind busy and your heart distant, to push this moment aside and tell yourself you'll think about it later. But before you go, listen to me. I don't want to be just a fleeting thought in your mind. I don't want to be a voice you hear once and forget. I don't want to be just a distant figure you turn to when things fall apart. I want to walk with you every single day. Not just when you need something, not just when you're desperate for answers, not just when you feel lost and broken. I want to be with you in every moment, in the ordinary, in the quiet, in the times when you don't think you need me. Because I delight in you, not just in your prayers, not just in your faith, not just in your moments of devotion. I delight in you as a person, in your laughter, in your dreams, in the little things that bring you joy. I want to be a part of it all. I don't just love you from a distance. I want a relationship with you. A deep, personal, unshakable connection. One that isn't built on obligation or fear, but on love. You don't have to earn the right to talk to me. You don't have to use perfect words. You don't have to come to me only when you feel worthy. Come to me as you are, with your mess, with your doubts, with your questions, with your fears. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not put off by your struggles. I'm not waiting for you to get everything together before I accept you. I already accept you. I already love you, and I always will. So don't walk away from this moment and pretend it never happened. Don't let the distractions of life drown out my voice. Don't let the weight of the world pull you away from what truly matters. Stay with me. Talk to me. Let me walk with you, not just today, but every day. Because I am not just a moment. I am not just a voice on the other end of a call. I am the one who will never leave you, never abandon you, never let you go. I will always be here. Always. Tonight, rest. Let go of the fear. Let go of the anxiety that clings to your heart. Let go of the thoughts that keep you up at night, the ones that whisper lies, the ones that make you believe you're not enough. You don't have to figure everything out right now. You don't have to have all the answers before you sleep. You don't have to fix everything before you can rest. I am working while you sleep. I am moving on your behalf. I am opening doors you don't even know exist yet. I am setting things in motion, aligning moments, shifting circumstances to bring you to where you need to be. You don't have to see it for it to be real. You don't have to understand it for it to be true. I am God. I am in control, and I am taking care of you. So breathe. Let the tension in your shoulders ease. Let the worries in your mind fade. Let the weight you're carrying be lifted. Sleep in peace, because I am holding you. I am watching over you. I am surrounding you with love, with protection, with grace. Tomorrow is a new day, a new chance, a fresh beginning. And when the sun rises, so will you. With renewed strength, with renewed hope, with a heart that knows, deep down, that you are never alone. I am with you. and I always will be.
So sleep well, my beloved child. You are seen, you are cherished, and you are forever loved.